We're back. We're back. It's Tom and Mikey on Joy.
Yeah, we do apologise.
Phoebe.
Mikey's had way too much Benadryl this morning. We're trying to calm him down. He's a little bit sick, but we are lucky to have Phoebe Blamley from the Clover Financial Solutions here with us. Now,
no. I want to ask I've got a pressing question. I've got my millennial question. So, millennials and Gen Zs these days, we're getting pushed into casual jobs and more casual than normal. How are we supposed to save and start to budget when we've got such inconsistent wages?
I think it's really hard to do, actually, but I have a couple of clients that have lived at home for a really long time. One of them saved $60,000 in a year.
Whoa.
Italian background. See? She didn't have to pay any rent or
of course.
do anything. She had a boyfriend living with her, and they worked weekends and evenings and just really work their asses off to do that.
so the bank's happy with that, even though you still might be casually employed?
Yes, casual employment, different banks, different rules. So some will take casual employment after 3 months if you've been long-term casual, and others will want 2 years in roughly the same position.
So they've seen you've held that job, the same income for 2 years, so they see that as long-term.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If a loan's over 80% of the property value that you're buying and has mortgage insurance on it, those rules can be quite tight. But if it's under 80% of the property value, they'll generally be a bit more flexible.
Okay.
So for the young millennials over here, we're looking at Mikey, and I also have a son at home that won't leave home. He's he tells me he's saving, but I'd like to see the evidence.
Yep.
How would one start about before they go and apply for credit? So it's not something you should just say, hey, I want to buy a house, you go in there tomorrow into someone. It's something you should be planning years in advance.
It really is. Look at how you're spending your money, I think is the very first thing, and see how much you can actually save. Saving is just so important for credit assessment.
Yeah.
Even if it's only a small amount, there's other ways you can get into the property market by using your parents' home as security and stuff like that. But just for this morning, I think saving's the most important, particularly if you're living at home. If you can't save when you're living at home, it makes it very hard to explain to the bank what's going on. If you've travelled, I can go to the bank and say, look, they've been travelling extensively, they've just come back to Australia, they've been back for 6 months, living at home, have, a small amount of money and the ability to repay a debt.
Okay. I keep spending on food. Is that a problem? Should I just... What do I do? Is that just a me problem that I should probably work out within myself?
Is it a food going out for dinner food, or is it food supermarket
just
shopping?
Supermarket snacks. I'm all about quick snacks, a tub of ice cream here, bar of chocolate,
I don't think that's not going to break your budget, though, is it?
Well, it is. It added up. It's adding up, really. No. That's not important. Look,
so you're saying you should save. Should you save the same amount of money each week?
I think it really helps.
So that shows that you're dedicated. Like if you're putting $200 away, do it the same amount each time.
So one of the things that I've done with clients in the past when they've come to me when they're right at the beginning of their journey, so they want to save, they want to get the deposit, they want to get into a house, is work out roughly how much their mortgage repayments are going to be and make sure they're saving the equivalent. So if they're paying board, take the board off. If they're not paying board, don't worry about it, but make sure they save roughly the equivalent.
I need a pen.
So my son has been saving, and we're in the discussion at the moment for the young people to get onto the property market. I've noticed there's a bit of a trend now where they rent in the area they want to live but buy out in the outer suburbs.
I see that quite a lot, so that they can get into the property market and build a bit of equity. Look, outer suburbs and particularly outer east are a really good place to buy at the moment because there has been a little lull in the property values out there, but also southeast, and maybe they don't want to live there. They get a better deal if they live in it for a year or more.
Yeah.
But if they make it their primary place of residence, because a first home buyer in Victoria now under $600,000 doesn't pay stamp duty.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
So they get in saving $30,000 essentially to start with.
Well, Phoebe, thank you for your time today. I'd love to chat to you more. And I'm thinking we should do this monthly so that the listeners can consistently get financial feedback. I can to hopefully stop spending on food or something like that. And we can get people emailing in, asking you questions.
Absolutely, would love that.
Well, I think that's a good idea. So if you're happy, we'll get you back, and we should be talking about finance. It's so important in today's society,
really
and
is.
it's actually getting harder and harder. It's not like a few years ago where they'd throw money at anybody, but Yep.
Exactly.
Now,
So-
Phoebe, if people want to get in contact with you for personal financial advice, where should they go?
Go to our Facebook page, which is Clover Financial, and you can message us directly. Go to our website, which is also cloverfinancial.com.au, and they're the best ways to get in contact, or give us a call in the office.
Awesome. Creepy Andy will put the links in our socials. Thank you so much for your time today. Right now, it's Flashlight by Jessie J.